These biscuit and gravy bombs will blow your mind. It's everything you love about the savory Southern breakfast, only wrapped up in a neat little biscuit. We're sort of dying here in the studio. We can always count on recipe creator Alex Daynes to make a little bit of breakfast magic. And you say this might be your newfound conference breakfast tradition.
Absolutely, because biscuits and gravy were previously the tradition.
Okay.
But now we're making them way more fun. I mean, who doesn't want a breakfast bomb on their plate? I know I do.
Just the name alone, we're like, yeah.
Yeah, no. And
so, sorry cinnamon rolls for all the families out there that do sweet.
But you could do both, really. Like, you could make your cinnamon rolls the night before. You could do this the morning of. You got your sweet, you have your savory. I'm not telling you what to not do. I'm just telling you what to do. And you need to make these.
Well, we lightly talk about conference breakfast traditions, conference for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and so many families do have a food tradition of some kind. So thanks for this new idea. How do we get started?
Okay, so we start with our traditional biscuits and gravy. Are you a fan? Are you a biscuits and gravy stan?
Yes.
Because you either love them or you hate them, right?
I mean, look who you're talking to.
Well, I had to clarify. But I started this off, I browned just a pound of sausage in butter. So you gotta do both. I know that the sausage is gonna have a lot of grease, but you wanna add the butter to give it even more flavor.
Okay.
And then don't drain it. I know people like to, but in a recipe like this, that is your flavor.
Okay.
So don't rinse off the grease. Don't be afraid of it. Lean into it.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna thicken it up. We have a little bit of flour here. And this is what's gonna make it, you know, your gravy. This is what's gonna get it nice and thick.
This goes inside the biscuit.
This is gonna go inside our little pillow wrap. So it's really a traditional recipe. So we've got flour, we have our sausage, we have butter, and then I'm going to add a little bit of whole milk to this. And then I also like to do, this is my little like nod to make it a little creamier, is half and half. So you could do all whole milk if you didn't want to go to the grocery store, if you wanted to simplify this recipe even more. But just 1/4 of a cup of half and half is gonna give it that creaminess that we're looking for in the white gravy.
This is where it feels like a good time just to drop a little line that I've been known to say from year to year. Calories don't count at conference.
No, heavens. Who's counting?
I'm not counting anyway, but at conference especially.
Yes.
Calorie free.
No, I told you to add the butter, as you should.
Hey.
Salt and pepper too, just on top. And then let this simmer while you get everything else prepped.
Okay.
And this is the flour is gonna thicken up nicely. You can bring it to a little bit of a simmer, and that's gonna help it get nice and thick. But then what we're looking for is this kind of consistency. This has been in the fridge and reheated, so this is gonna be a little bit thicker than what you're gonna get in there.
And do you refrigerate it before you?
You don't have to, but if you wanted to simplify your conference morning, you can make your biscuit gravy ahead of time, and then in the morning you'll have this nice thick wonderful filling ready to go. I wouldn't roll them up and bake them ahead of time. I would do that morning of fresh, because then you're gonna get the wonderful fluffiness that these guys, I'm sorry, are lacking a little bit, but they're beautifully fluffy.
We're not judging
hot
at all.
out of the oven.
Did you make these biscuits?
I didn't. You can. But for a recipe like this, where the star of the show is gonna be the inside, why not reach for the store-bought classic? Go for your favorite. I like a nice jumbo biscuit. You can do butter flavor, you can do old-fashioned, whatever you like there. And then you grab your trusty dusty rolling pin, one biscuit at a time, and we're gonna flatten this guy out. So we're just gonna push it each way. And
I'm just thinking of the reactions too when you say we're making biscuit and gravy bombs.
And honestly, if you didn't want to do biscuits and gravy, you could fill this with sausage and ham and egg and cheese or bacon, or you know, if you
something about the pillow packet and the way it just is served up is so fun.
Yes, so easy. See, so I just rolled that out nice and flat, just used the round shape that it came with. Then I'm gonna do a generous dollop of that sausage gravy mix in the center, like so. And then here's the fun part. We get to play with our food and use our hands in the kitchen. This is all about pinching. So we're gonna go side, side, pinch. And then we're gonna go side, side, pinch.
Okay.
And then we're gonna bring it all
Look at that.
up like that, and just keep it nice and tight. Doesn't have to be perfect here. And I'm just pinching and squeezing. Give it a little twist at the top.
There's a little Disney short where the cute
where they make the dumplings.
Japanese family makes the dumpling. Yeah, that's what that made me think about.
These look just like them, except they're breakfast.
Yes.
And then we have the cutest little pillow ready to bake in the oven. If you want them to be nice and golden brown, you've got to do a little egg wash. So just whisk up a little egg.
Before you bake it.
Before you bake it, give it a nice brush, and then you just bake these according to your package directions of your biscuits. So like 350 for maybe 8, 10, 12, 15 minutes. You could probably even air fry these. I didn't, but I bet you could. I bet you could.
Okay.
And then
There's more.
We're not done.
And there's more.
This is like my biscuits and gravy stand. So even if you're not gonna make them into pillow pockets, even if you're just gonna do your traditional biscuits and gravy as you would, have you ever added honey to them?
No.
Oh my goodness.
And this is spicy honey.
You don't have to do hot honey, but I do think the hot honey is a nice compliment to the sausage.
Just a drizzle?
You have to drizzle it on. So you literally just take it and just give it a nice, generous finish here.
The Alex Daynes touch, folks.
It is. But I'm telling you, the honey pairs so well because this is a savory breakfast.
Yes.
This is gonna be your sweet touch. And I like that it gives it a glaze on the wrap-ups. But again, if you're just making traditional biscuits and gravy, if you take one thing away from today, please add your honey to the top of it. Drizzle it on, don't be shy, be generous with it, and you will thank me later because these little pockets are to die for.
Since we framed this as a conference breakfast idea, I will just say amen. Well done, sister.
Amen.
No, this
I will take that.
This, I am so happy about everything you have suggested and showed. And these are the kind of fantastic recipes that you can expect from our friend Alex. How can people follow along?
Yeah, you can connect with me online. AlexDaynes.com are where all my recipes live, but then social, the Alex Daynes is where you'll find me.
And I saw Baby Daylen's having some opinions about her food lately.
She is.
Yeah.
She wants to make it. I mean, I'm flattered, but she wants to get her hands dirty. She needs a mix. If I have a mixing bowl, she needs a mixing bowl.
That's the best.
Like we are in this together. So if my page gets overrun by her, I'm sorry. I'm retiring and my daughter's taking over.
I love it so much. Well, hopefully these are Daylen approved.
Yes, they are.
All right. Well,
She's
we love watching her grow, and we love the recipes you share, Alex. Thank you so much. Happy weekend.